Once upon a time, there was a young man by the name of... Hello? As I was saying, once upon a time, there was a young man by the name of... I beg your pardon?
Don't, man, please.
Don't? Don't what?
Look, man, I appreciate you taking the time to tell my story or sing my song or whatever you call it, but you can't start it out with my original name. Please.
Well, we're at the beginning of your story. It only makes sense to use the name you had at the time.
Please don't. The new name. Use the new name. The new one's way better.
I'm afraid I can't. To ignore that would be to ignore a piece of your story. And I, as the storyteller, cannot do that. It goes against my code.
Yeah, but it's not that important a part. Look, there's a lot of embarrassing stuff that happens, which I'm fine with you telling, but not my name. I have to draw the line there.
Hey, do I waltz into your tower and tell you which quests to go on?
Yeah, sometimes. You're like,
go do that. I'll write about it. Very well. We shall use the new name. Can we get on with it?
Sure. Thank you.
Very well. He was born in the dreary town of Winterhold to Nordic parents. Growing up, he was never as strong or brash as the other children. When the class would go out to chop wood, he could barely lift the axe.
I'm much stronger now.
He was teased ruthlessly every day. Such was the culture of the Nords. None of the girls would go near him for fear that they might be infected with his weakness. They even took to calling him Twiggy Two Arms.
Okay, we get it.
As the boy aged, peculiar things began to happen. Things that defied explanation. At first, they were trivial things. Sometimes, when he got angry at someone, rocks would attack them. Because of this, he learned to hide his anger. But a stray rock would always find its way to the poor soul's head and knock them unconscious. Rumors began to spread. Although they couldn't prove it, many felt that these flying rocks were his doing. The boy became ostracized. Others feared him. His mother and father took to wearing pots on their heads. One day, a strange man, the likes of which he'd never seen before, came to Winterhold. He was a wizard from a faraway land seeking a quiet life. It was no sooner than he'd arrived that the townsfolk began to murmur to each other. They spoke of him doing terrible things to strangers in the night, plucking out their eyeballs to use for potions, turning them inside out, controlling their minds and forcing them to drink milk. The boy believed none of this and decided to see for himself who this strange man was. His name was Falion. He was none of the terrible things the people said he was. He was a kind man. He noticed the boy's uncanny ability to make rocks take flight at people who disturbed him. What the boy saw as a lifelong curse, Falion saw as a gift. He taught the boy to use his latent magicka. The boy learned of the Synod of Cyrodiil, the old mages guild, but most importantly, the College of Winterhold, a place where he could go to study magic and be taught by the best Skyrim had to offer. He decided to go there and master the many schools of magic. This is the tale of Gribold Dukakis.
Damn! I told you not to use that name!
Off he went, in search of glory, knowledge, adventure. The road to Winterhold was long and chilly. He traveled for many days and nights, fighting creatures he'd never seen before. The journey was arduous, but he did not rest, for he knew the future that awaited him. At long last he had arrived. This is where his adventure was to begin, at the College of Winterhold.
cross the bridge at your own peril.
What?
The way is dangerous and the gate will not open. You shall not gain entry.
What? Well, why not?
I am here to assist those seeking the wisdom of the college. And if, in the process, my presence helps to deter those who might seek to do harm, so be it. The more important question is, why are you here?
Well, can I go in?
Perhaps. But what is it you expect to find within?
I'm searching far and wide for hot singles. I think they might be here.
Humor is often in short supply here. But I sense that perhaps you're after more than just that. It would seem that the college has what you seek. The question now is, what can you offer the college? Not just anyone is allowed inside. Those wishing to enter must show some degree of skill with magic. A small test, if you will.
Oh, a small test isn't a problem. Hey, do you know where I can get a Boston pancake?
No, I'm afraid I don't know anything of the sort.
Aw, bummer. Alright, let's do the test.
Excellent. The Mage Light spell is useful to any mage, not just those specializing in alteration. Can you cast one on the seal on the ground?
Gribold thought and thought, but try as he might, he couldn't remember learning such a spell.
I don't know that one.
No? Well, if you think you're capable of it, then I'd be happy to provide it to you for a mere 30 gold. Or you can try your luck with one of the court wizards around Skyrim. They also sell spells.
Oh, no, I'll take it.
Here you are. Now I'm anxious to see you cast it.
What the hell is a mage light?
Okay, here we go.
Mirabelle does a fine job as Master Wizard, I suppose. Still, there's always room for improvement. I can't wait to see you succeed, Mirabelle. I've no doubt you'll be promoted to Archmage at some point.
Oh, really? Oh, wow. Thank you.
Certainly a few of my colleagues aren't quite as talented as they'd like to believe.
Is that so? Oh my gosh, I didn't know.
Well done indeed.
Yeah.
I think you'll be a superb addition to the college. Welcome, apprentice. I'll lead you across the bridge. Once you're inside, you'll want to speak with Mirabelle Irvine, our master wizard. Please, follow me.
That's what I'm talking about. It's about time I've been recognized for these talents I've got. I'm about to get all magical up in here.
I believe I've made myself rather clear.
Yes, of course. I'm simply trying to understand the reasoning behind the decision.
You may be used to the Empire bowing to your every whim, but I'm afraid you'll find the Thalmor received no such treatment here. You are a guest of the college, here at the pleasure of the Archmage. I hope you appreciate the opportunity.
Yes, of course. The Archmage has my thanks.
Very good. Then we're done here.
Excuse me, do you know where I can find Mirabelle Bovine? Wait, was it Bovine or...
Another new student. I'm surprised at how many of you there are lately. Well, first you'll need these. While you're not required to wear them, you may find them more to your liking than your current clothes. I'll give you a brief tour, and then we'll get you to your first class. Are you ready to begin?
Ready as I'll ever be.
Wonderful. Please follow me, and don't wander off.
Okay.
And so it went. Gribold had been accepted into the college. His first class was to begin soon, but before attending, he'd have to don the appropriate attire. Magnificent! Such fine fabric! Gribold had never worn such treasure. He felt a sense of power he had never before beheld. For the first time in his life, he was a proper wizard. Ooh, oh. Dashing. But playtime was over. His first class was beginning.
You guys are making that tuition money. Sup?
Okay, guess this is one of those classes that just kinda shames the late guy. I can dig it.
Welcome, welcome. We were just beginning. Please, stay and listen. The first thing to understand is that magic is, by its very nature, volatile and dangerous. Unless you can control it, it can and will destroy you.
Sir, I think we all understand that fairly well. We wouldn't be here if we couldn't control magic.
Of course, my dear, of course. You all certainly possess some inherent natural ability. That much is not being questioned. What I'm talking about is true control, mastery of magic. It takes years, if not decades, of practice and study.
Then what are we waiting for? Let's get started.
Please, please. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Eagerness must be tempered with caution, or else disaster is inevitable.
But we've only just arrived here. You've no idea what any of us are capable of. Why not give us a chance to show you what we can do?
You've been quiet so far. What do you think we should do?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe we could learn something practical?
Is that so?
See, he agrees with us too. Why don't you actually show us something?
All right, let's settle down. I suppose we can try something practical. In continuing with our theme of safety, we'll start with wards. Wards are protective spells that block magic. I'll teach you all a ward, and we'll see if you can successfully use it to block spells, all right? Would you mind helping me with the demonstration? Are you at all familiar with ward spells?
No.
That's all right. I can teach you a very basic ward, one that's enough for the purposes of this lesson. Now, if you'll just stand right over there, I'll cast a spell at you, and you block it with the ward. Here we go. Over there, please, just opposite me. Wouldn't want anyone else in the way. Now, cast the ward spell and keep it up.
What the hell is a ward spell?
Hold still. Well, I think this is an excellent start. I'd like you all to continue practicing with wards, please. I think perhaps we're ready to begin exploring some of the various applications of magic throughout history. The college has undertaken a fascinating excavation in the ruins of Sarthal nearby. It's an excellent learning opportunity. I suggest we meet there in a few hours and see what awaits us inside. That's all for now. Thank you.
With his first lesson out of the way and a fine new robe, Gribold was now on his way to forging his destiny. What trials and tribulations would await our hero in the ruins of Sarthal? Is it only an old tomb as Tolfdir expects, or will we find more within? Find out in the next adventure of Gribold Dukakis. And stop saying that name!